Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. In this video I will share with you how I made a couple of French country inspired wall decor pieces. I have a wall sconce and I have a beautiful window that I have upcycled and also a spring wreath to go with it. So stay tuned for this. For my first creation today, I will make a wall sconce using this cutting board that I had on hand. Looks okay already. I would just cut off that piece of string. Don't need that anymore. And I also have this soup ladle, a vintage one that I had in my stash. And I will use that as a candle holder. Put it like that. And then I had a metal rose as well that I would do something with on the side like that. I would just bend the end of the stem a little bit. So let's get to it. On the side where I have that metal rose, I decided to do something there just to get some visual interest. So I'm marking out 4 points and I will make some holes there. I will drill some holes, some big holes. You will see it will look sort of like a flower shape. And I already have a hole where that string was, and I will make another hole like you see me do here just beside that one, and you will see later on how I will attach the ladle with the help of those holes there. Now I'm on to the bigger holes. 1, 2 and the third one, and now the fourth one. And it's looking good. And now I'm taking my wood router and round the edges around that hole I just made. I do it on the back as well, just why not? And then I take my electric sander and sand off the whole piece. Back and front, on the edges. And here I am with my metal rose, and I'm doing my best to bend the end of the stem. Don't need anything very fancy, but a little bit bent like that. And I'm taking pliers and my hammer and what have you in the workshop. Now I have attached the ladle, and I'm making a hole right through the handle, as you can see here, with a metal drill. And here I'm making tiny holes, 2 of them, right where that metal rose will be, because I will attach it there with a metal wire, you will see. And now I'm freshening up the cutting board with some dark oak stain. Just wiping off the excess with a paper tissue. Looks good. And right in that newly made hole, that flower shape, I take some black stain as well because it looked too orangey for me. Now it's time to attach my pieces, and I do that with some metal wire. Pull that through one hole and through the hole I made in the handle of the ladle, and then into the other hole, same process there, and just twist it on the back. And then I do the same with the rose, through those tiny holes and just around the stem and twist it on the back, and voila, here it sits in my kitchen area looking super pretty. You can put a tea light in that ladle, or here I have a tiny candle. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, and I even do some pottery and some painting. Anything creative really. Please join me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and join my YouTube family. For my next creation, I will upcycle this beautiful window that I have had for many years now. It looks good already, I think, not too bad. It says La vie est belle on the glass there. So I will start by taking away that fabric on the back. It just stapled it in place, so I'm just taking those staples out, and then I will remove the hardware. I will still use the hardware. I will just spray paint it to match my next design, more French country inspired. And I'm taking away that hanger construction on the top because I will do it in another way. And then I take a razor blade and just scrape off that text that I have painted on the back and some stickers on the front, sanding it off and spackle the holes. And now it's time to spray paint the hardware, and I do that in a gold color, just the one coat. I have sanded off the spackle, and I have taped off the glass back and front. I spackled some more on the back just to have a neat look. Now it's time for painting, and guess what? I'm using my medium light grayish color here, and I applied 2 coats, both back and front. Everything has dried and the tape is off, and it looks beautiful, and I have cleaned the glass. And now I'm turning it upside down because I will do some decoupaging on that glass. So I am covering the whole glass here with some homemade Mod Podge. And I do my Mod Podge just with some tacky glue and some water. And then I set that aside to dry completely. And when you do decoupaging on glass, you have to think about what you want in the foreground, and that you have to put on first. And face down. The napkins here are all face down. And I have some beautiful roses that I will have in the foreground. and I'm putting on a parchment paper and some heat to make them stick. And then I will put on another coat of the Mod Podge and set the whole piece to dry once more. And once completely dry, I will attach the background, and I have some music sheet napkins that I'm using here. I have already tear them to size. Just putting them on, cover the whole piece. And then the same procedure with the parchment paper and the heat. And then I will go over the whole piece with some more Mod Podge, like you see me do here. And once that has dried, a lot of drying time here, I go over the whole piece with my varnish. I have a satin finish, doesn't matter really, just to protect the decoupaging before the next step. And it has all dried now, and you can see through a little bit, and I want a background that is one and the same color, a light color, so the napkins will show a little bit more. And now I'm taking my light grayish color, not the medium one, the light grayish one, and putting on one coat all over the piece. Well, actually, I did make two. And you can see the difference here between my light grayish and my medium light grayish color. It is a big difference. Now I'm putting on some sawtooth hangers, 2 of them, because the window is quite heavy. And then I'm attaching the hardware once again. They look beautiful. I only had black screws, so I will go in with some of that spray paint that I used and just touch up the screws so they will have the same finish as the hardware. And here I have that spray paint painting the screw heads. And now this piece is done. I will show you how it turned out once I've done the next creation, that is a spring wreath to put on this window. And this is my wreath form that I will use. Picked it up at a flea market for just €0.50. And I have some greenery, eucalyptus, and some beautiful delicate flowers, and some of my witch hazel that I love. So let's get started. And I will use as little of my hot glue as possible. I just push in those picks in the wreath form. And on the bottom where I'm working now, I will have sort of a tiny swag hanging down, and then I will go up on one side, and you will see. If you like this video and videos like this, consider subscribing, maybe share with a friend, and hit that like button as well. It will help my channel to grow, and I can spend more time creating inspirational content for you. My aim is to upload 1 video per week. And the tiny flowers, I did put on some hot glue to make sure they will stay in place. And then I made a hanger with some lace ribbon, just like that. And then I have some ribbon hanging down from that wreath as well. Et voila! Here is my window sitting in my entryway, looking very pretty. Love how it turned out. Very French country to me, vintage looking. And here it is with the spring wreath on it, looking fabulous. I love it. So tell me what you think of my creations today. Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you're inspired and you want more inspiration straight away, just hit that DIY playlist appearing on the screen right here. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.